welcome back to Short Film Saturdays. Super exciting stuff. This is our first one in May. We did a little bit of a hiatus, but we are so happy to be back. My name is Nase DeSanders. I'm the Community Outreach Manager for Soleil Space. Let me tell you a little bit about who Soleil Space is. So we're a media company based in Brooklyn, New York, and our mission is to achieve a more equitable and representative global film and television landscape. Our focus is on the global diasporas of Asia, Africa, Latin America, the Caribbean, and the Middle East, with the goals of forming closer transcultural community bonds and providing opportunities/resources for our creators to produce premium world-class content. We aim to uplift underrepresented voices from these regions that are not often seen, authentically represented in the global mainstream media. And we feel there's no better way to do that than via short films. Shorts are often the purest form of artistic expression and often, though not always, are executed within the boundaries of smaller production budgets. Since launching Short Film Saturdays in late summer of 2021, we have featured 87 films from 99 filmmakers in 44 countries to date. And I am joined here today with our good friend, Prithvi Das Gupta, who is going to be our 100th Short Film Saturday filmmaker. Woo! Round of applause for that. Super exciting. I'm going to toss it over to Prithvi in just a bit to tell us a little bit about what we're going to watch today. But first, I have a bit of an announcement. Soleil Space has just launched the next very exciting phase of our content ecosystem, and that is, well, it's called Soleil Space. So Soleil Space is Soleil Space. And we've launched the world's first truly global community streaming platform. And it's bringing unprecedented technology innovation to the streaming space. Soleil Space is a first for global creators of color and the only cross-cultural destination exclusively dedicated to the content of the global South diasporas. The platform allows filmmakers to independently monetize their content, build their own micro-communities, and interact directly with their intended audiences. It elevates creators alongside their content through a cinematic tour around the globe. And you're hearing me talk about it. You're like, Nase, I gotta see it for myself. Of course, as a special gift for our Short Film Saturday viewers, we are offering the first 2 months on the platform completely free. Just use code SFS60MAY20 on soleilspace.com to use your free trial of the platform. The code is only valid for the next 2 weeks. So you gotta hurry up and sign up. The code is going to be below in the chat, so you could just copy and paste it. Alrighty? So, who is this Prithvi? Let me tell you. Prithviraj Das Gupta is an Indian filmmaker, a graduate from Delhi University. He was instrumental in setting up the Filmmaking Society First Cut in the campus. He directed and edited several short films during his 3-year stint, and he started making documentaries in India with India Tribal Care operating in Northeast India. His films delve into the socio-economic tapestry of Indian life, as you'll see today. Green Blackberries is his first long-length short film as a director and writer, and the film has been named in the list of Best Children's Films of 2020 by Kidz Cinema, helmed by UNESCO, and was showcased at the Dharamshala International Film Festival and the 51st International Film Festival of India in Indian Panorama Section. It won the Special Mention Award at the Art House Asia in 2021 as well, and Green Blackberries is what we're going to be watching today. In 2021, he founded Spinning World Productions, and one of his feature film scripts are now part of Cine Europa, Journey to Europe Screenplay Development program. Spinning World's second production, Clinton, won the Best Short Film Award at Kidz Cinema 2021, and has also premiered in Korea, Russia, Bangladesh, France, and Turkey in the year 2022. His debut international feature film is now in post-production, so we are super excited to hear all about that as well. Prithvi, please tell us a little bit about the film we're watching today, Green Blackberries.
Thanks, Nice. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in. And Green Blackberries is my first film that I made. And it's very dear to me. It's very close to my heart. And this was a film when I started conceptualizing it. I didn't have any thought in mind where I'll release it, how do I want to take it forward. I just wanted to make this film and tell this story because it's a very important story for me and also for everybody because it delves into a subject which is very unexplored. And there's a part of our country, northeastern part of India, and there are some remote areas there where authorities, people, government haven't been able to reach. So I was fortunate enough to go there while shooting my documentaries back in college. And that's when I saw many students there. Like I found a school there where there's no governance happening properly, but there is a school, primary school. And there's one school in almost like 100, 200 kilometers. And kids from very far distant places used to travel by boat and while by walking and however to reach to the school, to the primary
Yeah.
school, because for them education, they understood the importance of education, and there was only one teacher teaching all the classes in one single classroom. So all these things were very fascinating for me. Kids of like 5, 6 years of age rowing their own boat and coming to the school. So it was very fascinating for me. But then I also saw that the teacher who is teaching, and for them education is so important, but the teacher even doesn't have the basic education of knowing the spelling of banana. So that was when it was a little ironical to me. And I thought this is a story that needs to be reached out so that this place, these people, they get some attention. And since they are also from tribal community, so they need some special attention. But my story is more about just one girl and her dreams and aspirations, because I feel I saw a soul out there in the village who had those aspirations
Yeah.
of coming out of the village, making something big, and then come back to village and give it to the other people and give back to a village. So that's how this story is very important for me. And we were just 6 of us shooting the film in very limited budget. And that's how all indie filmmakers start. So we did the same way. And we had a crazy time shooting the film. And yeah, that's all. Yeah, just watch the film and I hope you like it.
Fantastic. So Prithvi Stone that we're going to watch today is available on the Soleil Space community streaming platform. So after this, not if, but when you decide, oh my gosh, I need to see that all over again, you guys know where to find it. Alrighty. So here's what's going to happen. We're about to go ahead and watch the film. And then afterwards, don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back here with a Q&A with Prithvi. And at the end of that Q&A, I will allow for audience questions. So any questions, any burning questions you have, hold on to those and submit them, okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is YouTube, of course. I got to say it, you know? And with that, everyone, enjoy the film. A few things I want to recap from my intro. One of the very amazing things is that Prithvi is our 100th Short Film Saturday filmmaker. So this is a very ceremonious, a very special Short Film Saturday episode. Thank you to Prithvi for being here. I also want everyone to know that we are offering, as a special gift for our Short Film Saturday viewers, we're offering the first 2 months on the Soleil Space streaming platform free. You just have to use code SFS60MAY20 on soleilspace.com. We're going to leave that code in the chat for you. So go ahead and check the chat. You can copy and paste it from there. The code is only valid for the next 2 weeks. So you have to hurry and sign up. So yeah, those are the only 2 things I wanted to touch on from the intro. So now we should dive into the Q&A. Green Blackberries, what an absolutely amazing long short film. Because I feel like it's called a short film. It's right on that border between short and feature. But
Mid-length
it's
feature, actually.
sorry,
Yeah.
it's a feature.
It's a mid-length feature.
Mid-length feature. Okay, so we're bending the rules a little bit on short film Saturdays today. This is feature film Saturdays just today because it's the 100th, so it gets to be special. So to start off, what inspired you to make Green Blackberries?
So as I told before the film started, that when I went to shoot a documentary film in Northeast, in this remote village, and this is almost a real story. Yeah, I have not done much with the like fictionalizing it. So whatever I saw there, I pretty much wrote it down, and yeah, it's all real.
Wow. And so this documentary that you made, is that also available to watch?
That was for the tribal care NGO, so
Oh,
it's
okay, it's
their
that
own
one.
private. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow. So something that has been a burning question since the first time I saw this film, what is the significance of the tied up lamb that we see in the very beginning and the very end of the film?
Yeah. So when I was questioning to one of the village elderly person,
Hmm.
and I asked him, "What do you think about the kids in the village and their future?" So he compared the kids to a lamb, and he said
Hmm.
that just look at this lamb. This lamb is right now tied, and we need someone to come and then take off that rope and let the lamp run. So
Mm.
we are not getting that someone. We need that person, that one person. So the lamb was lamb was actually signifying the children and their lives, how they
Mm.
live there. And maybe this girl, because she aspires to, go out there and she's good in studies, maybe someday she'll be the person who will do this. So in the
Yeah.
film, even if she's not able to achieve her dreams, but at least she does that much. Yeah.
Yes. Wow, that's absolutely beautiful. And so the film ends with the words, "Blackberries are not green when they are raw, they're red." So we see that on the screen at the very end. What does that mean to the film?
So if you see any fruit when they're raw, they are usually green, right?
Yeah.
Blackberries is the only fruit which is red when they are, raw.
Mm.
So as you know, green represents youth and fun, happiness, but at the same time, red represents sacrifice. So
Mm.
that's why green blackberries, it's something that doesn't exist at all.
I did
Yeah.
not know that. Wow. We're learning about fruit today too. Wow, very
And yeah,
interesting.
these berries are found in that part of the country. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And did you shoot on
Yeah.
location?
Yes, completely on location in the village with
And what village is this?
all the people acting in this film are actually the village people, except the two girls. I had taken them from my town, my hometown. Yeah.
Very nice. So where did you shoot? What village is this?
So there are a couple of villages. One village where their home is, and the other village where the school is.
Hmm.
So this is between there are two states. One is Assam and one is Mizoram. So the river is between the two states in the border. So it covers both the states. You won't like nobody will know the name of the villages. Even one of the villages is not in the map of India.
Oh, wow. Okay, so very, very small. So then moving
Yeah.
to the two main characters, these two girls who did an absolutely amazing job. I saw in the comments some of their friends are here today watching, which is absolutely
Yes.
lovely.
Prasanna is here. Hi, Prasanna.
How
I
did you
know her.
scout these two girls? Oh, that's perfect. How did you scout these two girls?
So I was writing this story and I thought I need someone who can understand these emotions and also at the same time have the innocence to portray these characters, because usually some city kids would go there and they wouldn't understand that world. So I needed someone who is mature enough to empathize with these characters. So
Hmm.
actually whom you see is the elder sister. She is my girlfriend, and the other girl is a sister. So they both are
Perfect.
cinematically very literate, and that time they both were very young. This is shot back in 2018. So
Hmm.
yeah, I talked to them and they understood the concept. I always wanted to cast the younger girl, that's Iris, but then I thought the elder girl, the sister, can be her own sister. That'll bring in some, natural equation on screen.
Absolutely perfect. That's so wonderful. So, other than these two girls, there were quite a few names in the credits list. How did you go about building a team to bring this film to life?
Yeah, that's interesting because when I started off, I wanted my cinematographer because that was the most important thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted someone who is good with natural lights and who understands that geography, because there are
Mm.
very few cinematographers coming from that region. So Gaurav Roy, our cinematographer, he is from Assam. So he understands that part of the country. It's the lighting, the natural climatic changes and everything very well. He knows the greens, he knows the blues, he knows everything out there. So
Mm.
I was desperately wanting him, and initially when he heard that I don't have enough funds and all, he was not that interested. But when once he read the script, he jumped into it and he did a lot of research and he came on board. He got some amazing lenses and he's the one who told me everything is possible, don't worry, chill, dude, we'll make it happen. And the other crew members, they're mostly from my college. We were already making short films together, student films. And obviously these two girls are like my girlfriend and a sister. That's the
Hmm.
whole team actually.
That is so, so wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I love the attitude of the DP. Don't worry, like we can make it happen. That is words to live by.
Yes.
So, moving into you as a filmmaker, I'm wondering what kinds of art inspire you the most as a filmmaker, especially in those beginning stages when you're, just writing the film, just coming up with the concept. What do you turn to for inspiration?
uh, Usually, I am a very mainstream Hollywood Bollywood fan. Okay, I
Hmm.
have watched a lot of European cinemas also, but I'm a big fan of like Damien Chazelle and Scorsese. And in India, we have Anurag Kashyap and Imtiaz Ali. They are like the mainstream makers, and I have always followed them. But when I saw this story, I knew that this story needs a different kind of treatment, and I need to be very honest.
Hmm.
And the it shouldn't have any filter basically. So I started watching films which are in on those lines, like 400 Blows, a lot of films of Satyajit Ray, Akira Kurosawa, so these
Hmm.
kind of films. But the film that actually inspired us to create the visuals and to take the journey ahead, it's very ironical, nobody believes me, that's First Man by Damien Chazelle, Neil
Hmm.
Armstrong's biography. Yeah, so how we took that up was like we were deciding we are going handheld, we know, but what kind of movements are we having? How fluid it will be? And First Man released just 3 months before we shot this film. And one thing was Neil Armstrong, what he wanted to do, his dream was to go from Earth to Moon. The dream of my character is to go from the village to town. So there is one dream, one person, and then there is a travel involved. So First Man and Green Blackberries, we got a lot of references from there. Anybody would say, "Fuck, that's like going to moon," and it's another kind of story. It's so big, so huge with IMAX. But we took a lot of inspirations from First Man.
Wow. No, that sounds absolutely perfect. 'Cause especially to these characters, it is as big as going to the moon. It is something that seems very far away and very difficult. So that's absolutely beautiful. So now, this next question is the exact opposite of this. Because what we saw in the comments say a lot of people were really excited to be able to see a non-Bollywood film because obviously Bollywood is huge, is what is getting shown to people around the world. So, do you have any recommendations of some Indian films or filmmakers that are not Bollywood, are more indie, more similar to your style that people in the audience today can go check out?
Yeah, sure. There's a Assamese film. It's called Amis. Uh, it's an amazing film. It's available online also. And then there is a film called E Balio. Um, Amis is by Bhaskar Hazarika. E
Mhm.
Balio is by Pratik, and E Balio is on Netflix as well. So
Nice.
that's an amazing film. Yes, it's shot in Delhi, and it revolves around the politics being told in a very subtle way, but then at the same time, it has a story of monkeys all together in Delhi, like how monkeys are a big problem in Delhi, in the, in the capital. So yeah, E Value is a great film. There are a couple of short films which are amazing. One is Cat Dog, which was in Cannes last year. It's a very beautiful film. Um, yeah, for now I remember this. And yeah, there is a filmmaker called Chaitanya. He's making amazing independent films. Like obviously he has made it big now. His films are on Netflix now. So these people have gone up and are doing something big.
Very nice. Very exciting. So, all right, everyone, you have some films on your list to watch. That is so perfect. And I must say, if you're enjoying today and you want to tip Prithvi, you can do that on the Soleil Space streaming platform. It's the perfect way to support indie filmmakers. So, everyone be sure to log on. With that, my question now, Prithvi, how has your experience been on Soleil Space so far?
Uh, s- so Soleil Space is that platform who gave my first film uh, a platform to go out and to showcase to the world. So I am very grateful for that. And secondly, obviously, this feature, um, it enables and encourages us independent filmmakers to go out there and just make whatever we want to make and not wait for anybody, because we know there's a platform like Soleil Space to back us up. And not just, there are many platforms putting up films, that's one thing, but then Soleil Space is also encouraging us, marketing the film and marketing the filmmaker as well. So that's something very interesting. Like honestly, I have not put that much effort promoting it, because Solid Space has been doing so great promoting the film, and even for that matter, all the filmmakers. So I have known a lot of filmmakers through Solid Space. I have connected with a couple of them. So actually, like, we need Solid Space to grow and grow bigger.
Aw, that is so sweet of you to say. So if you guys want to support filmmakers, Soleil Space is the place to do it. Be sure to sign up. Now, I would like to open the floor to audience questions. Everyone, go ahead in the chat now and submit any questions you have for dear Prithvi here. While you guys are typing, Prithvi, let us know what's next for you. What projects should we be looking forward to? You said that, well, I said in your in your bio that your feature film is currently in post-production. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. So after Green Blackberries, I have been fortunate enough to keep making films with my team, and I have made Clinton, which is releasing very soon, and it has gone to a lot of festivals. Green Blackberries couldn't do that much of festival travel because we completed it in the year of COVID, 2020. So that's why it couldn't travel much. But Clinton did a very good festival travel, and now it's going to release in a couple of months on a very mainstream OTT, which I'm not supposed to announce right now, but it'll be announced soon. And Clinton again is a children film. I hope everybody will love that. And after that, I have a couple of other short films. One is Jasmine. I tried my hands on a mystery thriller. So Jasmine is on Disney Plus Hotstar. And there's a romantic musical called Love in Kalimpong. So that's there on Z Music. That's also available. But my feature film, which I've been working on from last 1 year, it's a very personal story to me. It's called Journey of Joy, and right now it's in post production. It's a travel film. Uh, there's one character traveling the entire country in search of his father. So it's a very personal story for me.
Very nice, very nice. We're definitely looking forward to seeing these films. And now we have quite a few questions being submitted. We'll start with one from Mario. Since making the film, have there been any changes to the educational opportunities? I'm assuming he means in north of India.
Northeast part of India. So yeah, in Northeast, obviously it's not that in the entire region education system is bad or something. Education system is really good out there, but there are certain villages and very remote parts where people don't go in, where schools are not developed. But uh, since the film happened, I have been there like twice. What has grown there is now people have started coming in. So last time I went, I saw there were solar panels there, and one of the NGOs, after seeing the film, they donated a boat for the school. So that happened. Yeah, and I and my team, we got some funds, crowdfunded, and we donated a laptop to the school.
No, that's so great. Absolutely wonderful. So, some other questions. Have these amazing child actors gone on to other roles? Would love to see them on screen again. Very sweet.
So except for the two main characters, the other kids are all from the village. They have no exposure, so they are not in any part of any film. But the two girls, so Bipasna and Iris. Bipasna has acted in one more web series and another short film. And they both have started their own band. It's called MTSA, Midnight the Stars Aligned. So it's on Instagram. You guys can check it out, MTSA. So yeah, they are doing things in music. Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. So a question now from Kalaya. I'd like to know how much of this story was true, she says.
Okay. So I would say 90% is true. Obviously, to build up the climax, I have to exaggerate the boat scenes. I had to exaggerate certain moments when the elder sister falls down. So those are little exaggerated dramatic moments that I have to create to give a curve to the story. And the obviously the climax was something which didn't happen like in one day, but it happened that there was one time exams were happening and the teacher was not there because he had he was a candidate for the election. So I just merged them up. So there are a lot of events. I just merged them up and made up
Yeah.
this thing. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So, question from Marie. I get the vibe that Northeast India is very different in many ways. Is that true? I mean, I know it's a huge country, but what are the main differences, if any?
There are a lot of differences actually in India. In every part of the country you go, it's very different. So firstly, obviously the food, the language is spoken, and also you can say the landscape is completely different. uh, and if I say that in some ways northeastern people, they are more inclined towards like rock music, European movies, so they are exposed to those things more, I would say. Yeah. uh, and there are certain issues that happen in Northeast India, good or bad, which doesn't come out in the limelight. So there are a lot of talented people out there. Like been happening good is like people from the field of music and people from the field of sports have got the opportunity, have come out. But I don't know about academics. I think people need to put more focus out there. So there are a lot of differences.
Wow, very interesting. Alrighty. One last question from the audience. Okay, two more questions from the audience. These are two good ones. First, why don't we get to see more films like these that aren't Bollywood? I know it's kind of a big question, Prithvi, but however you want to tackle the question.
No, but I would love to answer this. There are many good films in Bollywood, okay, which I think doesn't reach out. Also, because what I've seen usually is when like I have friends who are not from India, and they tend to go to more of the typical Bollywood kind of films and watch those. Like there are other films as well. There is a film like Gangs of Wasseypur, which got a ovation in Cannes, which is like a milestone in world cinema. Like after watching that film, Martin Scorsese wrote a letter to Anurag Kashyap. So the director. Yeah, so there's film like that, and then there is a film called Highway of Imtiaz Ali, which is an amazing film. So there are a lot of films in Bollywood as well. I think it needs to reach out more, and more films like this can be made. So you can say the volume is lesser of these kind of films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, so more titles that we need to add to our list so we can go home and watch those. And then last question, are there any groups out there helping with the educational opportunities like Red Cross, etc.?
Yes, the one I know is India Tribal Care Trust. They are doing it. UNESCO has a lot of initiatives out there. They're also trying. So there are major mainstream, organizations who are involved in this. Only thing is, as I told you, this village is not part of the map. So that was the point, to bring it out there. Otherwise, if it comes into the limelight, people, there are organizations, there are authorities, the government is also doing its own duty. So everything is great, but only thing is that there's a place like this, there's a community like this who needs attention. That's the main focus.
Yeah. Wow, very interesting. Okay, very cool. So that is where we're going to have to end audience questions just to be respectful of time. But Prithvi, how can audiences keep up with you? Social media, website, IMDb, how should they be looking for you?
Yes, please, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Prithvi Das Gupta. Please do that. I have very less followers, so please kindly follow me. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So everyone, please follow Prithvi on Instagram. Another place you can follow Prithvi is on Soleil Space.
Let's
Ooh,
play.
gotta
Yeah.
play it in there. You can follow Prithvi on Soleil Space. You can DM Prithvi on Soleil Space. So definitely check it out. We're the first truly global community streaming platform. To learn more about Prithvi's story, check out his Meet the Director video, which again is on Soleil Space. Obviously, it's an in-depth video into all things Prithvi. And if you want to rewatch this film or watch other films by more Soleil Space filmmakers, again, the platform, as a special gift to our Short Film Saturday viewers, we're offering the first 2 months on the platform free. Just use code SFS60MAY20 on the website soleilspace.com to use that free trial. The code is only valid for the next 2 weeks, so you have to hurry up and sign up, and the code is below in the chat, so please check that out. Our next Short Film Saturday episode is next week, May 27th, so be sure to join us again, please and thank you. And that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.